Blessed. Boom, boom. Rise and shine. It's your morning marijuana motivation time. I'm Mark Saint. I'm your fellow human on this planet, and I'm a blessed human. I'm looking at puffy white clouds and baby blue skies, and the wind and the breeze is in the trees. You know what I mean? The breeze is in the trees, and every morning I get up, and I'm so blessed. You know, I don't just call to gloat. I came to invite. You know, a lot of people are saying, "Hey, man, my life's awesome," you know, but they're not teaching people how their lives are awesome. They're just bragging. And this is not a brag session. This is going to be a spiritual session about finding ourselves and what it took for me to find myself and what's going to take for you to find yourself. And if you're interested, go ahead, like, share, and subscribe, and somebody cue the intro. Yes, blessed, broken babes, lifted carts. DM me and signal if you're really interested. But yeah, we're going to go higher this morning. We're going to go absolutely as high as we can. You know, I've gotten everything I've ever wished for, you know, financially, physically, and spiritually. It's been such a amazing journey in my life. And as this new year closes, I look towards the future, and I am so grateful for what's coming my way. You know, I can't make people drink the water, but I can invite them over for a drink. And as this construction goes on in the background, I look at the future and saw how of a messy process it is, you know, how many mistakes it takes to get here, how much reflection it takes for us to find ourselves. And the thing is, the biggest thing for finding yourself is catching yourself doing other things in habit form, right? It's been one of the biggest things for me is catching myself getting distracted, finding other ways to do the work, other work than the work that needs to be done, right? And how happy it makes me that I have absolute control over my future and my mind and my body and my soul without being distracted, without other things finding its way into my brain. And we talked about this the other day about some, you know, things coming into your brain, drama, issues, whatever, and taking over our brains, right? Paying, you know, getting to stay up here for free without rent. I talked about it, but there's a lot of thoughts that don't pay rent, and a lot of us stay with those thoughts for years, dude. Like, it's not just, it's like a subtle thing. It'll start off subtle, like, ooh, I can't do that. And we'll whisper to ourselves the things that we can't do. And that whisper becomes a roar. I say it all the time. First the universe whispers, then it roars. And then it yells inside of your soul and goes, you need to live, you know? I love my life! You know, from the top of my lungs, you have to scream your energy. You have to fight for this thing called life. Everything is fighting for life. Even the plants, man. I'm looking at them, and I water it, and it's working its way across the wood. Everything's growing, and to grow, you're going to have some growing pains, right? Even when you were in adolescence, I don't think I have a lot of adolescents, 12, 14, 15-year-olds watching this show, but you feel it in your bones, right? The growth is a little bit destructive, right? I mean, I talked about how incremental growth was, that to become a new sprout, you have to grow off the old sprout. And the old sprout has to die so you can grow. And this is a destructive process and creative process as well, right? Constructive. For sure that the old tree plants a new tree, that it pushes itself up so it can make coconuts. The coconuts drop down so they can make another tree. And in all of us is this possibility. In all of us is this ability for us to grow. And it's a painful process. It's going to require a new skin, right? Like a snake. It's going to require a peeling and a transformation. I think, what's it called when the butterflies transform? A metamorphosis for us to find ourselves, right? And I always thought that you would have to climb the mountain, right? I always thought that you would have to go to the Himalayas. There'd be a dude with a big old long white bearded ear saying, "Oh, the purpose of life is to live." And you're like, that was it, bro? I climbed 20,000, 30,000 foot elevation, motherfucker, and you're just going to say just to live? No, your boy Saint's got a good, I got more diamonds to spit than that. And it was, first to find myself, I had to actually find my brain doing things that I didn't want it to do, right? I actually had to catch myself and bust myself doing things, wasting time, thinking thoughts, and eating, consuming negative vibes. And I had to catch myself and go, there you go again, hanging around with people that don't care about you. There you go again, having friends that aren't useful. There you go again, trying to fix people that don't want to be fixed. And as I wasted this energy in my time span on this planet, I was realizing that I was doing all the work besides the work up here, right? Besides this dirty work. Is what they used to call that show? What's the show? Dirty Jobs. It's a dirty job doing the mental work. It's a dirty job going into your soul and finding the darkness so you can open it up and put some light in it. It's going to be hard work to get your chakras going, right? To get that vibe going, it's going to require you getting off the old sauce, right? Finding yourself losing your focus, and everybody has to be honest about that, and then finding your soul to get back on focus, getting back on track, doing the things that you know you need to do. You know you got to do some shadow work. You know you got to eat better. You know you got to get out of the house and start doing more physical activities. That's for every human. This is like a doctor pill that they say, take 10 and call me in the morning. You're going to have to eat an apple a day. You're going to have to take your multivitamins, and you're going to have to stop eating so much sugar and salt. Facts across the board. Every what do you call them? Every doctor is going to tell you this. But not every human's going to do this for themselves. They're going to either stay inside their prison, this mental prison, beating themselves up over regret and mistakes instead of saying this is a learning opportunity and this is going to help me find my new way, right? We stay in that old way, and then we never hit metamorphosis stage. We never get to open ourselves up because we're still in denial. We still eating old information and calling it new. That's just propaganda. You are literally talking yourself in out of things. And that's something that we all do equally. And that was something I would reach out and say, to find yourself, you're going to have to get out of the way of yourself. I'm going to say that again. To find yourself, you're going to have to get out of the way of your old self. And your old self's a powerful self. It's obviously had patterns. It's been keeping up for years. I mean, my buddy even told me that, like, he used to have to wear a knee brace and that he had to break that mental jail so that way he could use his original knee so he can keep surfing. Who's breaking out of mental jail with me? Who wants to come up with a slow plan in the darkness inside the prison cell like I've been in? At the Book and Door, you can read my South Korean prison episode, or spent 6 months in South Korean prison. Got me inside of my mind someplace that I tell people a man went in, but a beast came out, and that beast is now a monster. I'm a full-fledged monster because my brain has already faced fear, real true fear, like actual incarceration in a third world country. Most people won't have to go that far to figure that out, but we all have to go further in our minds to figure ourselves out. We're going to have to dig deep inside here and have a conversation like what we really want, and then do the activities and the actions that get what we want. That's the only way it's going to shine. And then as a saint, I'm trying to help people shine. I want their light to come out of their heart. I want them to give, overtake. That's what Saintsgiving is all about. I want them to reach. That's what we talk about, reach, preach, and teach. Reach inside their soul and go, come on, soul, where's my soul glow? Where's that thing that makes me my human self? And then go beyond human self and do limitless thinking. Get in there and say, I am possible. I'm possible's inside of impossible. And each one of us has something very possible inside of us that's going to glow and shine like nothing we've ever seen before. That's when you know you found yourself. That's when you know you got Saints Addiction. On my heart from the start, it's your boy Marquis Saint. Chigathon. It means goodbye but not forever in Finnish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. But it only matters if you do the work. It only matters if you take action. And it only matters if you take motivation. So if you got anything out of this, please like, share, and subscribe. And make a good vibe. Ciao.